What's going on, everybody? Sorry it's been a while, but gone through a few failures in my life, and so that kind of leads me to the video that I want to talk about today. Failure and failing forward. Not everybody's going to be successful, and we can be successful. And we can look at people who are successful. We can look at people on social media, and they could be faking it. We don't know anything, and a lot of times we tend to look at our progress based on somebody else's progress. You're writing your own story. You're writing your own chapter, and where these people are that we follow on social media, that might not even be the truth. That might not even be the reality. It's easy to fake it on social media, and so what we do is we compare ourselves, and then at times we get upset. You know what I mean? Like, people are buying houses younger than us, or having millions of dollars, and we don't. And we can get discouraged, we can get upset or depressed or whatever, but we can't be like that when you're looking at somebody else's progress. You can't judge them or look at the chapter they're on compared to the chapter that you're in. We don't know their struggle. We don't know their failure. We don't know every setback that they had, And failure's not a bad thing. I know when we go to school and when we go to, as far as the education system, if you fail, then, you're not good at anything. You don't know anything. And that's not completely true, because there are people that have test anxiety. They have a hard time taking tests. I'm a good example of that. I know a lot of material for certain things, and the moment it's time for a test, I clam up, I second guess, I double guess, I triple guess, I forget things that I know, and as a result of that, I failed a lot of things, and in a few areas that I really, really want to succeed in. So what does that mean? You step back to the drawing board. You step back and you go, okay, I failed here, why? So what do I gotta do to not fail? The thing is, when we fail, it's a learning opportunity. It's an opportunity to say, okay, I failed, I messed up, so why did I fail? What did I do wrong? What went wrong? And what can I learn from this? What is the lesson that needs to be taught from this situation? We're all gonna fail at something. We're gonna fail every day of our life at something. It just depends on how we look at it. And do we beat ourselves up over it, or do we try to get better about it? You have to look at failure as a tool to learn. Like my daughter, she was eating some food, and we were eating tostadas, and she was particularly far away from the plate, and she was sitting back in the chair eating, and it broke, and it fell on her lap, and I just looked at her, and she froze, not knowing what to do. And I said, clean it up. So she cleans it up. She's getting everything, getting napkins, getting paper towels, cleaning up her mess. And I'm laughing. My wife and I were laughing. And we're not laughing at her for doing something wrong. We're laughing at the fact that it fell. We've been there. We've done that. And so she's done cleaning it up. She throws everything that fell into the trash. And she looks at me with tears in her eyes, but they're not rolling down her cheeks yet. And she just looks at me, expecting me, I guess, to yell at her. I don't know. And I said, I'm not gonna yell at you. It's funny. We've all done it. Now the question is, what do you learn? What are you gonna do different next time? And I think, you know, the embarrassment of what happened, and, you know, I guess expecting her dad to yell at her as a 12-year-old might. I don't know. She was in shock, like, not expecting that answer. And I said, well, what do you learn from this? And, you know, she still didn't know what to say. And I said, we all make mistakes, but you have to learn from your mistake. I said, so what you do differently is you pull your plate closer and you eat over your plate. Because of what we're eating, tostadas, when you take that bite, the shell might crack and it's gonna fall onto your plate instead of your lap. I said, and I told her, I said, you know, we're laughing because we've done that. We've been there. We did exactly what you did, you know? And that's the same thing, but we look at these things, something small like that, and it's like, oh, that's easy to say, hey, I can fix that. You know, I shouldn't have ate here, I can eat here. You know, that's easy. You run out of gas, it's easy. Oh, I need to pay attention to my gas a little better. We fail at little things that we fix. And we take those little things for granted. So then when we have a big failure, we don't get the promotion, or, you know, you open a business and it fails, your book gets rejected, the interview didn't go well, you know, whatever it may be, those things, we take it as a big loss and as a big failure, because yeah, it's kind of something big, but we don't have the same approach as we would if we were to drop some food, or if we have a coffee and we put it in our car and we go over some train tracks like I just did and it spills, and then, you know, the next day we put a lid over the coffee so it doesn't spill. We make these corrections. We learn from these little failures. The problem is when we have big failures, we don't make those same corrections. You know, the business failed. Why did it fail? Was it, you know, was it the area? Was it the books? Was it the money? What could you have done better to make your business succeed? What things could you have put in place for your business to succeed? What things do you need? Do you need a partner? Do you need to learn more? Do you need a mentorship? Do you need to just keep trying anyways? Your clothing line doesn't take off. What could you be doing? Your book gets denied. Okay, there's other publishers to go to. What could you do to keep pushing and to keep trying? You know, that's the only difference is with successful people, is they don't take no for an answer. You know, and they don't have a fallback plan. They don't have something else to fall back on. Oh, well, you know, if I don't make it, that's okay. I got this to take care of me. No, they give it everything. And this really kind of stood out to me also, because you work a 9 to 5 and you bust your butt and you do everything you can for this job, right? And then you go home and you're trying to relax or unwind from this job that you spent 8 hours at, away from your family, and it's doing nothing. But what do you love? What do you enjoy? Yes, you gotta put food on the table from your family. I understand that. But what do you enjoy? What do you love? What if money didn't exist, right? And the reason I say that is because I ask that to a lot of people. If money didn't exist, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do for the rest of your life? And then people will tell me, and I say, well, go do it. Yeah, but it's hard, but it's this, it's that. Do it. If that's what you want, do it. Don't take no for an answer. Bust your butt. You know, they have these, I don't want to say certain names because I don't want to get in trouble with the organizations or whatever, but they have these things that you can recruit other people, and you have to sell things, and you have to call people, or let's say go door to door, or get your friends or get whoever to come to these meetings and get them to sign up and get them to do this. They don't tell you the hours that you got to spend on the phone calling people, the hours and time that you got to network with people and talk to people just to get them in to see the spiel and hopefully maybe sign up to make you money. My question is, you're going to spend all that time hustling, making somebody else money. Why don't you hustle for you? Yes, you're going to fail. Failure is a part of the process. Failure is how we learn. Failure is how we grow. But you have to look at it in that mindset. Our problem is in today's society, we see failure as a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's what you do after the failure. It's what you do after you fall down flat on your face and you got to pick yourself up. And you could do one of two things. Keep going or give up and quit. Now, had we done that when we were babies, when we tried to walk and we failed the first time, we would all still be crawling. But we're not. We're walking. We're tying our shoes. We're getting dressed. We overlook all these little failures that we succeeded at every day of our life, right? Sometimes you accidentally run a red light, meaning the yellow, you thought you could make it, so you go through it and then it turned yellow and I should have stopped. So the next time you get to a yellow light, you make sure you stop. Little failures that we look at every day, little failures, and say, what could I do different? How could I make it better the next time around, right? But then when we have a big failure, we get overwhelmed, we get depressed, we get sad, or we get whatever, and then we go vent to people. And the more we vent about those failures, if they're not people giving you a positive thing to make it better and encouraging you to keep going, then all you're doing is reliving that failure. And every day that you relive that failure, you get more sad, you get more depressed, and you just hold yourself back from doing what you want to do. Don't fear the failure. Embrace the failure. Embrace the grind for you and your family and your loved ones for a better you, a better version of yourself. But what can you give to other people that is all of you, right? Not everybody is meant to have a business. We need workers. If I had a business and I needed employees, I need people that want to work for me. But there are people built that way, that are just great customer service, great workers, and you need those. But the question is, are you doing what you love and enjoy? Or is fear or failure holding you back? Don't fear the failure. Embrace the failure. Learn from the failure. We can take that in so many aspects of our life, whether you're a martial artist, an employee, an employer, an entrepreneur, a book writer, whatever it is that you want to do with your life. If you want to take care of kids and run a daycare, right? Don't let the fear of failure hold him back. And maybe you did fail because you put the ad in the paper and you did everything. You went door to door. You did whatever you had to do, and you're just not getting clients. You're not getting people to come in. Keep going. Keep pushing, right? Maybe start with family members and then work their way there. But don't let failure of something hold you back. Learn from it. Take notes. Every time that you fail at something, get a journal, your failure journal, right? Get that and write in there. What did you do wrong? What can you learn from it? How can you be better the next time? And then the next time you take that, and if you fail again, Okay, reestablish. Go back to the lab and figure out what it is that's holding you back from being successful. Every time we fail at something, we have to go back to the drawing board. If you look at fighters, when they have a bad fight, right? They say, well, we need to go back. I need to talk with my coaches and work on some things. Great fighters, even when they win, they're not happy with their performance. They go back, they watch the fight, and they critique, and they take little things that they did wrong and fix them, right? So if you want to be successful, no matter how big or little it is, you don't have to want to be a millionaire. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Just want to live comfortably and provide for their family. But what is it that you fail at, that you get depressed and sad about every day of your life that you shouldn't be, right? Don't let failures hold you back. Don't let failures into your head. Failures are learning opportunities to get better and stronger. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.